Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to this live edition of my recent pickups video that I said I was going to do. And some of these you'll probably see in a DVD update later on, and some of them you might see in an updated MLP collection video as well. But you're probably wondering exactly what I have recently picked up as far as movies, collectibles, stuff like that goes. And like I said, you're probably wondering. Like I said, you're probably wondering what I picked up and everything. So, well, we're going to start off with movies and DVDs and Blu-rays. It's not that much that I've picked up recently, and again, you'll probably see these repeated in a DVD Blu-ray update down the line uh, when I do it. But let's take a look at them. First of all, we're going to take a look at the DVDs, and there's only three. Excuse me. There's only three that I got here. And they were actually pretty cheap. They actually, of course, I got them from my job, but they were a lot cheaper than I think what you get from from Amazon at times, or even on my job's website. And there's a and you can tell that because you can check it online as well, see the difference in pricing. So what did I get? Well, I got a movie. Well, the first movie I got here is something I've had my eye on for a while because I grew up on this. I don't think anybody around on the I don't think anybody watching this has not grown up on this either. And for 347, you can't go really wrong with it. Yeah, it's basically an animated short. It's one of Don Bluth's best animated shorts since I think he left Disney. I think this was after he left Disney. He released this as a featurette in theaters, and it's got auto commentary. One of the special features is it's got an audio commentary featuring Don Bluth, Gary Goldman, and John Porimo, and a conversation with Don Bluth, and the story behind this movie or this featurette. And it clocks in basically at about, I think it clocks in. Trying to see here. It clocks in at about 22 minutes. So basically, it was one of the featurettes that came out, and it came out basically in the year I was born. That's why I kind of enjoyed it. That's why when I say I grew up on it, I literally grew up on it. So I was born in '79. So when I say, like I said, I grew up on it, I literally grew up on it. So what's the movie I'm talking about? How about Don Bluth's Banjo, the Woodpile Cat? That's right, Banjo, the Woodpile Cat. I ended up getting this at my job for 347. Yeah, you know the $5 bins that we got sometimes in the main alley between the registers and stuff, and even in the back near electronics. Well, some of those are $5 movies, and some of them are 347 movies. This was 347, which was surprising. I thought it'd be five, but it's 347. And like I said, it's got an audio commentary by Bluth, featuring Don Bluth, Gary Goldman, and John Perimroy. It's got a conversation with Don Bluth, and it's got the story behind Banjo. So that's pretty eclectic featurettes, behind the scenes features for this film. So yeah, it's really nice to have, and I'm just glad to finally have it. Like I said, I remember growing up on it and watched it anytime it came on television. It mostly came on Disney, of course, but it wasn't a Disney movie. It was just by Don Bluth. You know, it was just a movie done by Don Bluth, and you know, there's the DVD right there. Right there, there's the DVD. But like I said, it was just a movie done by Don Bluth. So, there was, it wasn't really a Disney movie or anything. It was, like I said, one of his first movies, first animated projects after he left Disney. So getting this now, definitely worth it. And it's something that if you want to get it, you should get it and share it with your grandkids, your kids, because I think they'll get a kick out of it. And honestly, even if it's 22 minutes, I definitely think it deserves a Blu-ray release. It's got to get a Blu-ray release down the line. Add a few other features if you want to, other animated shorts, but this definitely deserves a Blu-ray release, and I think they need to get on that as soon as possible. Like I said, they need to get on this as soon as possible because, like I said, this is a movie I grew up on. It came out in 1979. Again, like I said, I literally grew up on this. So, so yeah, I'm actually happy to get it, and I look forward to rewatching it. And Zara Nizarak, if you're watching, I definitely recommend you try to pick this up as well at your Walmart or wherever you can. Definitely worth having if you don't have it already. Next up, we have, and I had my eye on these on Amazon individually as well as a collective group, and they wanted the collective and individually they wanted the individual ones for as much as these were in store at my job as as much they wanted these individually. They wanted these volumes, this collection individually, by themselves, the stuff that's on here. But as much as I got this at my job and online, both Amazon and my job's online site, these go for about 12, 13 bucks. I got them for 750, and of course I'm talking about volume 1 of Looney Tunes Superstars. And this is a 3-pack containing Bugs Bunny Hair Extraordinaire, Foghorn Leghorn and Friends Barnyard Big Mouth, Roadrunner and Riley Coyote Super Genius Hijinks. So basically, you could get these individually on their own on DVD without a collection. But I think it's nice to have. As you can see, though, with Volume 1, they ended up stacking them together. So here you have Bugs Bunnies. Here you have Foghorns. And then underneath you got Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. But it's nice to have because I've been wanting to, have something like this in the collection for a while. I mean, I know they got the Blu-ray versions of the platinum editions, but this is a good start anyway. So I'm happy to have this, and it came with a slipcover, so that's pretty nice. This one, however, Volume 2, did not come with one. I don't know if I just missed out on it or I grabbed one without it or without slipcover. Well, here we have Looney Tunes Superstars Volume 2, and this contains Daffy Duck Frustrated Fowl, Tweety and Sylvester Feline Frenzy, and Porky and Friends Hilarious Ham. Now, the difference here you're going to notice is they did separate the DVDs. So that's pretty cool. So here you have Daffy Duck, here you have Sylvester and Tweety, and here you have Porky and Friends. So, yeah, there you go. So it's nice to at least, it's nice that even though I didn't get this one with the slipcover, it's nice that they individualized them without stacking them together. So yeah, you get all together, you get 48 cartoons on here, you get 45 here. I think that's about 100. I think that's about 93. Yeah, 93 cartoons in 2 sets. That's not too bad. For $7.50 each, can't go wrong with that. Now, we're going to get on to the Blu-rays here. And we're going to start off with one of the first Blu-rays I got. Got this for $7.50 or less at my job. We have Die Hard. Yes, the original Die Hard. and it's one of those pop art sets that they've been doing lately, where it's like on the cover, underneath under the slipcover, you got the original kind of cover here, but you have this pop art like kind of style here, the stylized cover. And on here you have commentary by the director and production designer. You got scene specific commentary by special effects supervisor. You got subtitle commentary by various cast and crew members. You got the newscast featurette, interactive still gallery, interactive articles from Cineflex, an American cinematographer, easy for me to say, and full-length screenplay, trailers, and TV spots. So yeah, Die Hard on Blu-ray. So I'm actually happy to have that finally in the collection action as well. It seems that any time I'm Zara Nizarak or Angry Video Game Nerd James Wolfe or nostalgia critic Doug Walker talk about stuff movie wise or holiday wise, they always end up coming around to Die Hard. So yeah, really nice to have this in the collection. Then what I got from my mom, I got this for her birthday. She wanted this movie. It's based on a true story. It is based on a true story, based on the true story of Lee Strobel, or Strobel, Lee Strobel. It's based on his true story. It is called The Case for Christ. Yeah, The Case for Christ. And this did come out theatrically, very limited, but it came out. And it's based on the best-selling novel, or best-selling book, worldwide best-selling book. It's got 11 music videos from the album, from the soundtrack. It's got The Heart of the Case of Christ featurette, interviews with Lee and Leslie Strobel, cast and crew, intro to the Museum of the Bible, Washington, D.C., and deleted scenes. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I ended up getting that for her, and she's very appreciative of it. It stars Mike Vogel, Erica Christina, Faye Dunaway, and Robert Forrester. Sorry, I'm kind of tired of work today, so yeah, but Robert Forrester. So yeah, Case for Christ. I guess I would recommend checking it out. Apparently, it's a good film. The next up, I ended up getting this. This is a Walmart exclusive. I ended up getting Guardians. Well, the movie's not a Walmart exclusive. You can get it anywhere. But this cover, because we had the regular cover for the Blu-ray, the DVD, and the 4K, but this one had a cover with Rocket Raccoon and Baby Groot on it. I got Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and the reason it's an exclusive, it's got 2 packs of collectible Upper Deck Marvel trading cards inside. Yes, there are trading cards inside. As you can see, you got the slipcover. Very nice right there. And we'll see exactly what those trading cards are. But that's basically what the Blu-ray looks like on the other slipcover and the 4K. The DVD cover is a little bit more different. It's like you got the characters just standing in front of a wall, like, looking badass. Excuse my language, God. Looking badass and all that. Like nothing can, like they're not to be screwed with, if you know what I mean, kind of deal. Take that off. Plastic here in the trash. Here we have the Blu-ray. Here we have, oh, I don't want you to see the code there. So we got that. And of course, we got a set of cards. And of course, we have the DVD in white, and we have the Blu-ray in blue. So cool. So let's see what these collectible cards are from of a deck. I didn't think they, I didn't think they would do this, but apparently they did. Wait for a second. So let's see what these cards are. We have Drax, Batista, if you will. We have Drax here. We have I guess a special Gamora card. We have Gamora. Well, actually, that was a foil card of Draxus, wasn't it? Oh, we got two foil cards. Never mind. Just looking around here. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Confused here. Okay, so what was? Oh yeah, we had Draxus, played by Dave Bautista, right there. Special foil card. Right there. We have Rocket Raccoon. We have another Drax card, regular. And we have a foil card of Gamora, who's obviously a fan favorite. We got one of Gamora, so that's pretty cool. And then we have a regular Gamora card as well. So black and white on the other side. Basically, it's two-sided. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's nice of them to do that for Walmart and give us those collectible cards. Again, I don't know, what Best Buy got or Target got as far as exclusive goes, but it was really nice of Marvel to do this because it's like you realize how much these are individually. It's like, come on, seriously. One thing about trying to get them back in the pack, it's hard to do. That's why some people are like, don't open them. There we go. I got it back in there best I can. Now we're going to see what the second one is. And here we have Rocket Raccoon again. Another Rocket Raccoon, but with Groot. So we have another Rocket Raccoon, but this time with Groot. Very nice. We have another foil card for Draxus. We have Thanos foil card. How about this? But this is actually more of a comic book version of Thanos. Kind of let you know at least he's going to be coming. But yeah, we got Thanos. How about that? Got ourselves another Gamora card. Or Gamora. And that's about it. There's no Star-Lord or anything like that, or Nebula. Speaking of which, I want to ask any comic book enthusiasts out there. I know that in the Silver Surfer animated series they did back in the 90s, that Nebula, along with her second in command, I guess, Guitar, got turned into blob-like creatures or virus blob-like creatures or something like that. Did that ever happen to her in the comics? I'm just curious. Like did they do something similar in the comics and then it got adapted somehow loosely into the show, into the animated show? Did that happen? Anybody can answer me that if it happened in the comics to Nebula? Because I know that when they do cartoon adaptations of comic books, that sometimes they'll add in certain things but most times I try to stay true to what stories they're trying to adapt. So if anybody could, let me know whether or not that's true, oh, I would appreciate it. But does that happen to Nebula in the comics? Does anybody know? I'm just curious. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, check out the two-part episode, The Learning Curve. It actually happens, I think, in the second part of The Learning Curve. So I would check it out there. It's a two-part Learning Curve. Check it out. You can find it here on YouTube, actually, and other streaming, any other video uploading sites. And last but not least, we have one that came out about a week or two ago. It was advertised as being part of the signature edition. We know that there's other signature editions coming, but I knew this was one I wanted to pick up. And yes, at the same time, it's sequel and it's mid-quill, whether you're a fan of that or not. Quite honestly, I'm not a fan of the mid-quill. Have also been released at the same time. Of course, I'm talking about The Lion King. Yes, The Lion King officially re-released on Blu-ray by Disney. I did get, as some of you may know, I did get the UK version, which is just as good, but I'm pretty sure this looks a lot better. And yeah, I'm really happy to have this. I mean, yeah, again, like I said, I got the UK version, the one that's that's all region, but basically it's a UK release, and that's the one that came out around the same time the first time I think they put Lion King on Blu-ray or something. When Blu-ray started to come around, Disney was getting into it by taking a lot of their established films and putting them on there. So I think Lion King was one of the first titles they did. And then after it got discontinued, I think the UK decided just to keep it around. And I decided to get it because I didn't know if we'd ever get another shot at a Blu-ray release. Well, thankfully, thanks to the Signature Collection, that's exactly what we got. We got a new release of The Lion King. And Sarah Nizarak, if you don't got this yet, I advise get this. I'm sure you and your daughter will really enjoy it. But when you get to it, and again, they got the other ones as well. If you're a fan of those as well, I'm a fan of the second one. The mid-quill, I don't know. I think the mid-quill just, to me, the Lion King 1.5. I would say it's okay, but I think it took more of, and everybody's got their own right and opinion to it, but I think it's kind of more of, how do I put this? It's basically like a Timon and Pumbaa. It's an extended episode of the Timon and Pumbaa show. Basically, kind of like that. Basically, acts like a flashback episode. Acts like an origins episode. Or a flashback episode. Of how they, how Simba grew up. Basically, like an origins episode of how Simba grew up with them. So that's what it feels like to me. So here we have, of course, we got the digital HD. We don't got the digital code. Don't want you seeing that. Here we have the film print. I don't know exactly what that one is. Oh, that's the beginning. Basically, this is the film strip that they're all advertising about it. So I don't know if you can see that very well. But yeah, that's a film strip from the movie, so film frames. So here we have the DVD, and here we have the movie. So, or the Blu-ray, I should say. So that's pretty cool. And it's nice that they included a film strip. They haven't. Here's what's funny about this. I mean, I know the other films are a little older, and it's kind of hard to get any film strips for them, or any preserved film strips for them. But it was nice that they added this to it. It was nice that they added the film strip to this one. So I'm really happy about that. And special features are the recording sessions inside the story room, visualizing a villain, Lion King song selection, and there is more. Hopefully they got the music videos on here as well. So yeah, I got the Lion King on Blu-ray, so it's really nice to have that. Really nice to have it, so very cool. Now, we're going to get into some books here. Actually, it's just one book. And I talked about this a little bit on my live, MLP, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic discussion talk that I did during lunch a couple of days ago. I talked about this one. It's one of the first, the last things I talked about. How basically a lot of stuff can be a lot of, we know the movie's coming out on October 6th. But the one thing that worries a lot of people is that certain items that come out to help promote the movie will end up spoiling what the movie is. Well, like I said, like I said in that video, I believe I said in that video that this is nothing common. Anytime a movie gets hyped up and it's based on something, whether it's a video game, whether it's a best-selling book, whether it's a animated series or whatever, or a potential franchise to grow or to be built upon, there's always going to end up being spoilers before the movie even comes out, at least semi-spoilers, because of the fact that because of the fact that they want to promote the movie the best they can, and they want to try to, sorry for the lag there, they want to promote it by either doing an early release of merchandise like clothing, action figures, if they're gonna use that as a selling point. Like I said, clothing, cups, mugs, stuff like that. But more importantly, the one thing that a lot of companies do to promote the movie is they release novelizations. Either it's official adapted novelizations, or junior novelizations. They release them, and yes, these, and as well as comic book adaptations as well. And yes, these end up, for some reason, end up spoiling the film before you even see it. Basically, it spoils it in a way that or you kind of expect what's going to happen, but you kind of also want to see. But it's also on the way of saying, but it's also in a way that you've been spoiled. You kind of know what's going to happen, but you kind of want to go and see exactly how it may differentiate itself from its novelization adaptation, or its junior novels, comic book adaptation, stuff like that. So what am I talking about? Well, this was the only one at my job. I know this is a deluxe version I can get on Amazon. I know there's an official book adaptation, novel adaptation coming out at the end of the month. But what I'm talking about is My Little Pony the movie, the junior novel. That's right, the junior novel. And it does have an advertisement for the Equestria Girls newest DVD out, which is Magical Movie Night. So, but yeah, you get a lot of the same artwork on the back here that you get on some of the boxes with the toys and other merchandise that they're selling. So that's pretty cool. Get that. Get the junior novel right there. It's got 8 pages, full color pages, it says, from the movie, and I'll kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. These are the full color pages. I don't know if you can see them very well. But these are the full color pages that they're talking about. So yeah, those are some of the pages. It's only 8 pages from what they said. And then this is like the last page. It might be a bit of a spoiler, but that's like the last page right there. And it does kind of give you an idea of what happens at the end. I'm not gonna deny that because I did, like I said, this is what I did. I kind of just went like this, kind of flipped through it a little bit to kind of see what could be. It's 25 chapters if you want to know, and I'm thinking the official novelization, comic book adaptation, book adaptation that comes out at the end of the month is going to be a little longer and more extended. And we kind of I don't want to give much away, but let's just say there's more to Tempest Shadow than, to use an old Transformers saying, meets the eye. So, especially as far as her name goes. And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. All I'm going to say, folks. But yeah, this is the junior novel. It is not the official adaptation novelization, which I think is going to be bigger and longer. But yeah, it's basically gives you an idea of what the movie's about, what it'll be in store for, and everything. So yeah, there it is. I don't know if you can see that very well. Got silhouettes of the characters on the side, more artwork on the side, and up there as well. So sorry, my finger hit the mic there. But yeah, pretty good, pretty nice to have. I know a lot of people that will probably get this or even get the adaptation that comes out, the book adaptation, the official book adaptation, the one that's more novelization, longer, if you will, on the 29th. We'll probably wait until the movie's over to really scroll through this, or they'll just take their time and try to finish it before or after the movie comes out. All right, next up. Next up. Trying to see, make sure I don't get anything. Nope. But we do have this, though, I've had my eyes on because I'm thinking, well, she's a new character in the movie. She's going to be very popular. I have to try to find a way to get her. The first time I saw her, the first time I saw that my store had her was like several weeks ago, about a month ago. So, well, actually several weeks ago. I tried to hide her. It got found. I tried to hide the figure. It got found. And then one day there was a bunch of kids in the aisle, and it ended up obviously disappearing because of them. I'm assuming. So I'm thinking, oh, I'll have to get it through Amazon. Saved it in my Amazon queue. But then lo and behold, about a week ago, well, actually a couple of days ago, I ended up seeing that it was in stores again. We had gotten another shipment in. We got another version of her in, and I said, you know what, I'm going to get this as soon as I can. So what I did is instead of taking it and hiding it in another area, I just scooted it to the back of the area it was in and hid it behind another toy that some kids had put in that area that didn't belong in the area, but put it there, squeezed the other MLP merchandise boxes around it. So it would look all tight and neat. The area would look all tight and neat because it was inventory week for us, but also the fact that this wouldn't be seen as easily, and thank God it wasn't. Of course, I'm talking about well, you could say there's 5 Alicorn princesses or 5 princesses in the show or in the franchise. Now you could add number 6. 6 to that because the figure I'm talking about is she's got royal sea style the the saying goes. We have Princess Skystar, and this is the glitter and style sea pony. They actually have versions of Pinky. They actually have, I think they have versions of all the other main 6, like Pinky, Twilight, and Fluttershy. So I'm assuming they also have versions of Rarity, Applejack, and actually they do. They actually do, I think, have Applejack as well. So they basically got the main 6. We have some of them. I think we have Fluttershy and Twilight. I don't know if we have pinky, but I know we have those two. And I'm sure you can get the other versions online as well if you can't get them at a store. But yeah, here we have um, the glitter and style Sea Pony Princess Sky Star, and it says here glittering eyes. So you can probably see that a little bit. Yeah, she has some glittering eyes there, so pretty cool. But yeah, I wanted to get her because of the fact that I knew she was going to probably sell out anytime there was like one or two quantities, it would probably sell. And like I said, that one time there was some kids in the aisle. They looked at this. They looked at some of the figures and they were like, "Ooh and ahhing." And of course, that's kids. That are kids that are excited about it. They excited about it, about getting it, playing with it, stuff like that. Don't understand that sometimes you get something like this, you want to collect it instead of just playing with it. It's kind of I know it kind of people find that kind of strange, but anyway, but that's what we do. It's called collecting, and yeah, like I said, yeah, when I went back to go see if it was still there that one time, it was gone, apparently purchased, and I thought today, well, not yet, not today, but yesterday, I thought, well, I've got a 7-hour shift. It's still there in the place I hid it in. The junior novel was still in the place I hid it in a couple days before. And I figured, well, if it gets bought, it gets bought. Not much I can do. I can always get it off Amazon. Thank God it didn't get bought, and I ended up getting it for my collection. So there we go. We got Princess Sky Star, the glitter and style sea pony. And like I said, there's other versions as well. You got, like I said, you got the rest, I believe the main 6 as well as a part of that. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, Princess Sky Star, really happy to have that in the collection. And everybody's gonna say, and everybody's gonna wonder why people would be rushing for that. Here's the thing: the movie may be the only time we see her. Not saying. Now, the last thing I ended up getting, and I showed this earlier live. I can move her over to this area so you could see. The last thing I ended up recently picking up through Amazon, like I said, was the My Magical Princess Twilight Sparkle. Yeah, right there. The magical my my magical Twilight Princess Sparkle. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, I ended up getting her for $30 less than what it was originally going for. So that's pretty nice. And again, like I said, I'll probably end up doing a video with my regular camera, opening it up and operating it for you guys to see. So hopefully if I have time. I don't know when my mom will be back because, when she comes back, she's got to relax and stuff, just like anybody does after work or visiting for a while. And yeah, they want to have their own time, and I'm very respectful of that. I really am. So anyway, that's basically all I could say for my recent pickups today. Live here on YouTube and anywhere else you guys are watching, Twitter and Facebook. I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching live. Thank you all for watching post live. For those that didn't watch live and you're going to watch later, basically after it's uploaded officially, thank you all for watching live. Really appreciate the support. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. Zara Nicerak, thank you for watching live if you did. And that's all I'm going to say, folks. So until next time, I'm out. God bless. Take care.